Welcome to the overview video for the Unit 3 Argumentative Research paper. In this 7 to 8 page essay, you will support an argumentative thesis with research from a minimum of 6 authoritative and credible sources. You will support your thesis with a minimum of 3 claims while acknowledging the opposition and rebutting the opposing view. All paragraphs must adhere to standard organizational elements and evidence requirements as outlined for Unit 3, including evidence primarily in the form of paraphrases. So you will develop an argumentative thesis statement. You will establish context and use research to support a position on the topic. You will provide the opposing viewpoints and rebuttal. You will execute proper APA formatting. And in all, this paper is worth 250 points. So the introduction will be 1 paragraph, and this will end with your thesis statement. Then you will have a background paragraph, which we have already gone over in the outline. And this is meant to establish the context of the controversy with the aim of making your argument points easier to understand. So think about a reader who is less familiar with the topic than you. What's the issue at hand? What do they need to know in order to enter this conversation? Is there any important historical context or definition of unfamiliar terms, concepts, laws? So the background. Then you will need at least 3 argument paragraphs. However, in order to meet the page count of 7 to 8 pages, since the page count does not include the title page or the references page, many of you will need more than 3 claims paragraph. And again, you can review the sample essay again and take a look at your feedback on your outline. So in this section, these will be your claims that support your thesis. You must have a minimum of 3, 1 paragraph per reason, and you may have an additional paragraph or 2 if your content or source material seems too long and would benefit. So for some claims, you might need multiple paragraphs, or you might just need more than 3 reasons. Keep in mind, you need to use transitions to make it clear if you're using multiple paragraphs for the same claim versus starting a new claim. Then you will have at least 1 counter-argument paragraph. However, as discussed on the outline, some of you may need more than 1 counter-argument paragraph. And then you'll also need a rebuttal to respond to each counter-argument. Now, keep in mind that you use effective signal phrases in your counter-argument so that it doesn't sound like you've changed your mind. And then in your rebuttal, you don't want to necessarily just add more research, but you want to point out what is lacking in the counter argument. Okay, so again, you will need some language in your paragraphs that indicate these rebuttals. Then you will finish your essay with a conclusion. So 7 to 8 pages total, keeping in mind that does not include the title page or reference page, standard APA style, with a title page, a references page, and matching in-text citations throughout the essay. Then, of course, in your paragraphs, your claim paragraphs, your counter-argument rebuttal, you must follow CSET format. So if you have not already reviewed your CSET resources, and it's evidenced by, some problems on your outline, keep in mind, I will be looking for that as I'm grading your final argumentative research paper. Point of view, 3rd person only. This paper should not use any 1st person pronouns or any 2nd person pronouns. 3rd person only. So make sure before you begin drafting your essay, you have reviewed your feedback on your planner, that all of your sources have been approved, that as you've looked at your outline, if you realize you need to add additional source material, you send those links to me so that I can take a look at them. And then as a part of the writing process, you will either be meeting with me face-to-face if you are in an in-person class, or if you are in an asynchronous online class, you will be submitting your rough draft to D2L. So this progress check is going to come up partway through the drafting assignment. And this is going to be a checkpoint. Okay, so again, this is going to depend on whether you meet with me face to face or whether you are in an online class. And that progress checkpoint is going to be a 50-point grade. So you cannot wait until the last minute to draft your argumentative essay. You will have to have a portion of it or all of it drafted prior to the final due date in order to meet with me for the progress checkpoint or to submit your draft for the progress checkpoint. So make sure you understand those due dates as well. As always, if you have any questions, please make sure you reach out to me. I am here to help. Good luck. Thank you.